Nie wiem, miasta. Właśnie sobie zmieniłem temat, wiesz? To Forgotten City. Forgotten City to jest taka gra przygodowa, w której przenosisz się w czasie do antycznego rzymskiego miasta, które tkwi w takiej lupie. I w tym mieście istnieje tylko jedna zasada. Siemasz, Adiwek. O, dziękuję. Jeśli złamiesz zasady, to wszyscy umierają. Jeśli złamiesz prawo, to wszyscy umierają. Z tym, że nie wiadomo o jakie prawo chodzi. Ale chodzi o prawo boskie jakieś. Prawa boskie. Siema, tu ja. Żegluj, żeglarzu. Ja przeszedłem tą grę i jeden z endingów, jaki odkryłem, to jest znalazłem córkę zagubioną głównego lidera tej wioski. I się okazało, że ona go zabiła i jak ona zabiła tego lidera, to się zamknęła lupa i mnie uwolniło. I ona się uwolniła, ona się uratowała. Ale całe miasto zostało zgubione. I to jest jeden z endingów. Amteus, and nobody sent me. What's going on here?
I found a way out through the gate of horn, but it's locked. So I told him about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me up. He wants to keep us all here forever, or until we're turned to gold. He's a monster. You have to let me go so we can kill him and take his key.
How hasn't this broken the golden rule?
No. He said the gods are on his side because they don't want us to escape either.
Who did this to you?
Sentius.
No, jej ojciec.
Adoptive father.
Sentius.
Furies help me. I'll castrate and crucify him.
Where is the way out?
There's an aqueduct tunnel bringing water from outside the city, so it should lead us outside.
To nie wiem, czy ja mogę wybrnąć z tej sytuacji.
It's barred by a heavy locked gate, and he has the only key.
What will you do if I release you?
I'm going to take that key from around his neck, even if it means cutting his throat to get it. I'm done caring about the golden rule. I just want out. Help me, and we can escape together.
What about the
Won't be
others?
enough time. Just you and me. What do you say?
No właśnie. I teraz tak, mogę z nią uciec i to jest koniec gry, nie? What if I round up everyone so they're ready to escape once the golden rune is broken?
Wait, did you hear that? He's here. Quick, you have to let me go. It's now or never.
No właśnie, ja ostatnio tak dałem i to był koniec gry. I'm sorry, but if I let you go, everyone else is going to die.
No, you can't just leave me here. How can you be so heartless?
It's dangerous. Let me see if I can persuade Sentius to let you go. Let us go. Not hard, it's just rational. Our escape isn't worth the lives of everyone here. I've changed my mind. This will prioritize the new quest. No, to.
I hate you. I spit on you. I hope Dis drags you to Tartarus. You're back. Have you come to... no time. What?
A co tak tam?
It's no use. You'll never persuade.
I can be fairly persuasive.
You're making a mistake.
Aha, czy nie ma go tutaj, okej, czyli mogłem to zostawić i to nie jest koniec gry. Czy mogłem po prostu wrócić i spróbować z nim pogadać? Zakładam, że jeden z alternatywnych endingów to jest po prostu wziąć i zabić go. To jest chyba jedna z opcji, jakie mamy. Właśnie chciałem sprawdzić, bo ja nie wiem w sumie, jakie są alternatywne endingi. Bo nie eksplorowałem tego w żaden sposób poza tym, co sam widziałem w grze. To sobie nie spoilerowałem. Ale spróbuję, ja jestem ciekawy, co by się stało, jakby go zabił. Zapiszemy sobie.
This is a rather strange first impression, but I'm going to have to overlook it for reasons that will soon become clear. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you. We have?
O,
I
chyba
must
z nim się nie gadałem.
entrust you with figuring out who the... Is that a... Seems right.
Okej.
Thank you. Don't be so foolish. If you kill me, we all... Allow me to explain.
O,
When I discovered the ritual to Proserpina, the instructions came with a warning about paradoxes. The crux of it is this. If you do anything to change the course of history in such a way that your very being here is impossible, you will have created a paradox. To illustrate, when the golden rule is broken, I will open the doorway that will bring you here to prevent it from being broken. If you manage to succeed in saving our lives, then I will have no reason to open the doorway, and you will never have come here. A paradox. You see? The same thing would happen if you, say, inadvertently, allowed me to die. If I can't summon you, then you can't be here, obviously. If either of those things were to happen, I am given to understand you would be flung back to your original time, having changed the course of history for us and yourself.
so if I kill you, everyone would die and I would return to my original timeline with no way back?
Indeed.
I might need to rethink this.
Thank you. I'll be waiting here.
No dobra, znaczy, że mam go zabić.
The many shall suffer for the sins
O,
of the
create a
one.
time paradox. Zabiłem go. O!
Oh. Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
No wiem. Alworth? I came in here to find you.
Here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I'm Teos. I was hoping you would know who I am.
Funny you should ask. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kind of rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina and murdered a local magistrate, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said that the voice of a furious god rang out, and the ground trembled and statues sprang to life, firing arrows at the city's inhabitants. Apparently, as the citizens screamed and died in pain, the stranger just vanished in a flash of light.
Weird. That definitely wasn't me. Actually, that was me.
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand.
When I first arrived here in present day, I found your corpse hanging from a noose.
I'm sorry, come again?
I still have the suicide note you carved into the tablet here.
Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing. But I don't understand how I could have written it.
It was written by a different version of you. I changed the past and your fate.
I'm not following.
I killed the man who opened the time portal and drew you back in time, preventing it from ever happening.
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this.
Now you're getting it.
Yes. So what you're really saying is, you brought me back from the dead to let me die all over again. You saw the tablet. I spent a lifetime searching for a way out and never found one. I can't see how I could possibly find one now, so it seems like we're both gonna die here.
I regret nothing. Siema, Harikusu. Widziałeś, że spadł dron na wschodzie Polski? Tak, widziałem. Znaczy, słyszałem w radiu. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I regret
How can
nothing.
you say that? You murdered a man in cold blood, and now there's a city full of dead people. It's only a matter of time before we join them. I guess all those old Latin inscriptions were right. Pro peccata unius multis dolabant. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Ending pierwszy. No, ostatnio był ending drugi. Ale nie wiem, jak zrobić ending trzeci. Domyślam się, jak zrobić ending czwarty. How many might have survived if you hadn't killed Sentius in cold blood? No dobra, to był ending pierwszy, ale jak zrobić trzeci ending? Bo czwarty ending to jest pewnie zebrać wszystkie te tablice i je dać do tej świątyni. Ja chyba mam wszystkie te tablice. Zobaczmy, w żurnalu. A tak jest mój żurnal. Create a paradox. Collect all 4 stolen plaques. Find evidence linking Malleolus to the name Quintius. Figure out how to make Malleolus drop out of the election. How to stop Virgil harassment? Tak, to Virgil that... Tell Virgil that Rufus will leave him alone. O, właśnie tego nie zrobiłem.
I hope you're taking care of yourself.
Okej.
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land.
Salve. Ah, a new face. I hear we...
Don't worry about the threats. It's just Rufus and he's never going to hurt you.
What demon or spirit told you about that?
I found an incomplete note in his
You
house.
went snooping in his place? That was risky. We're lucky you didn't cross any lines. Have you spoken to him about it?
Not yet.
I would talk to him myself, but I think that would just inflame the situation.
No to się z nim gadałem o tym. Bo to mogło być w innym timeline'ie.
If you don't mind. Nice to talk to you.
John, jestem Virgil. O, chyba idzie. Rufus.
No idea. I'm
Nie wiem, czy to jest rozwiązany problem, bo nie pojawił się, że ten quest jest rozwiązany.
Salve. Welcome. You went. Have you?
Yes, and he won't be bothering you anymore.
How did?
I found a treatment for his rheumatism, which was making him agitated and compounding some other personal issues.
Poor
Oh.
fellow. I've heard that can really mess with a person's head. Well done for figuring that out.
Happy to help. I think he wants to help clean up his graffiti
Really?
too.
That's promising. I'll keep an eye out for him. Nice to
I'll
talk
be
to you.
going to. O. To ma być asymetryk? Wrzucał mi Kreon trailer, ale nie miałem czasu oglądać. No dobra. Figure out how to stop Ulpis from killing himself i find Greek plague. Mi się wydawało, że on mi już powiedział, ale nie pytam, co on mi powiedział, gdzie jest ta plakietka.
Greetings. I'm Joe. My friend. And in a city full of Romans, you are asking, my name is Yori. They do this all the time. They see us worshiping. I am flattered that at first I pull my hair out. But my point is that the plague you seek was pilfered from a collection of old Greek relics by none other than Dully.
A, dobra, muszę Duliego
He cannot
uratować.
help it. Like a typical and I hope that
To jak uratuję Duliego, to będę miał dostęp do tego. A żeby uratować Duliego, to musi wygrać Gladius... Glorious? Czy jakoś tak, jak się nazywa? On musi wygrać te wybory. A żeby on wygrał wybory, to ten się musi wycofać. Malus się musi wycofać.
So you survived the system. Probably just a stroke of fortuna. Don't get cocky.
Deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate.
Hmm. Może ten dowód gdzieś tu jest? Muszę przeszukać jego mieszkanie. Myślę, że ja musiał z jego żoną pogadać. Tylko nie wiem, jak się do niej dostać. O, ja klucz miałem w sumie, no tak.
I'm not supposed to be in here.
Who the fuck are you? Where do you keep your valuables? Can we talk?
Talk? What business could you possibly have with me?
Why are you locked in this
My
room?
marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
What's your
I
story?
think a better question is, why am I being interrogated by a stranger who just barged into my villa? I have quite enough marriage trouble already, without having to explain to my husband why I am receiving strange men in private.
What do you think about the golden
I
rule?
think it's about to be broken if you don't hurry up and leave.
How would you like some help getting back at Malus?
An intriguing
No.
proposition. Go on.
Go on. I don't think Malus is who he says it is.
Perhaps you're not as silly as those clothes make you look. What makes you say that?
Just a hunch. I was hoping we could figure out this identity together.
No, I may have the very thing you're looking for. Some time ago, when he still cared for me, he wrote me a love letter. Only
Quintus.
he used the wrong name. Now, addressing one's wife by the wrong name is not unheard of among philandering Romans. But in this case, the name he got wrong was his own. I confronted him about it, and he stammered through some incoherent response. I let it go, eventually, and yet questions have lingered in the back of my mind ever since. But wait a minute. Why exactly are you helping me?
Drzwi tutaj trochę przeszkadzają. I just hate to see this such a beautiful woman treated so poorly. I want to force him to withdraw from the election.
Withdraw. Listen, I may not be Penelope to his Ulysses, but to ruin his plans to become a magistrate? You must think me quite mad. I've heard enough. Get out of here at once.
Domitius, come quickly.
We're being robbed.
Ah! Lies! You bitch! Betrayed me! O. Błędem było jej słodzić. Znaczy nie słodzić jej.
What now? She's not here.
Where is she?
Had to carry her to Lucretia's clinic this morning. Malleolus, of course. Whatever.
Okej. Nie sprawdzę, co zaraz ze sobą zrobić, bo nie pozostało nic innego jak zresetować lupę. Bo tak naprawdę muszę uratować Ulyssesa. Czy Ulpiusa. I to by było na tyle? Musiałbym ten list może znaleźć, którą do niej napisał. Może ona go ma u siebie w pokoju. To tak poszedłem z tego pokoju, a chyba nie było jakiegoś zagrożenia, żeby tam zostać. A tak tylko gadała do siebie. Tutaj są te listy od from Julia, Ulpius. Nie ma chyba ich pokoju. Ich pokój musi być tam u góry.
What are you doing here?
Tak, tylko sobie plądruję. 2000 denerów. Muszę pogadać jeszcze raz.
I need to call Domitius.
Get out. Okej, sorry. Spróbuję z nim jeszcze pogadać. Chociaż... O, sam zagada. So, you're Quinticus.
My name.
I can't prove it's you,
because it
but I will.
simply isn't true. I trust you.
Okay.
So you survived the system.
Nic więcej chyba nie zdziałam w tym momencie. Bo ten już zginął, musiałem go uratować znowu. Z tą właścicielką tawerny mógłbym pogadać. Gdzie ja jestem? Byłem tutaj? Tak, tutaj jest ta tawerna.
Vote for Malleolus. Back. All right.
Nie, tu nic. No nie zostało mi nic innego chyba, jak tylko złamać zasadę, to musiał ukraść coś.
Vote for Malleolus for a free drink at my tavern.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Czy mogę ich zabić? Jezus, ratuj mnie, hopie. Otwieraj portal. Papa. Tak, dokładnie tak, Kamciu. Więc jest szansa, że zrobimy ok grę, ale grę live service zrobią daremną. Ah, the golden rule is going to be broken soon. I need to quietly get everyone except Sentius ready to run into the upper cistern when the ground starts to rumble.
What? That's a big ask. But something tells me you're not kidding.
O, to jest chyba coś zakończenie.
Stick my neck out and believe you. But I doubt I'll be able to gather more than a handful of people.
To jest chyba coś zakończenie w takim razie.
Ixion turns.
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
Shut up, Domitius.
Good.
Fuck off.
Do you know you're here?
I know, we had this conversation before.
What? God, am I going out of my mind? Are you going to let me go or not?
I've told galleries to let everyone here when the golden rule is broken so they can escape too.
How did you know? Wait, did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
Siema, Stawasuki. Co dobrego dzisiaj było jedzone? Buchty.
With Scintilla. Where is she?
You're human garbage, you know that?
So that is how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me. It's a shame, really. If you'd just done what you were supposed to, you'd have been looping through time forever until you gave up and killed yourself. Just like that soft-hearted pleb, Al.
Remember Al?
Come now. Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memory. But
No to już było.
and because and when he finally, the next time I'd have preferred just a five, not a lot. Compared. In any case, there's no escape. Better to end it all now. So you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
Się skradła. You're going to die a painful death for this.
You really think you could take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bow? Who? Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go. The others should be right behind us. Hey, what's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
No. Buchty z sosem brzoskwiniowym i kokosowym.
Gave me a bit of a fright.
Tak na słodko dzisiaj był obiad.
I'm Al.
Al Worf, came here to find you.
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Not those.
That's strange. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kind of rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina. Freed an imprisoned woman named Scintilla, who then murdered her captor, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said the attack caused golden statues to come alive, hunting down everyone in the city and turning them into gold. Apparently, Scintilla and a handful of other citizens managed to escape, while the stranger disappeared in a flash of light.
Actually, that was me.
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand. God, why does this writing look so... I've spent all this... So you're saying...
I had Scintilla kill a man.
2,000 years ago is dead. He never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and...
Now we're getting it.
Maybe we can escape through the same aqueducts.
It's right here in the sister, follow me. Okej, czyli to jest dokładnie to samo, tylko że zamiast uratować ją, to uratowałem wszystkich tych, co się zgodzili pójść za tym Gloriusem. Galoriusem. Jak gdzie? Właśnie... Ja. Właśnie zrobiłem trzecie zakończenie, wiesz? No to drugie zakończenie jest bardzo podobne do trzeciego. Bo drugie zakończenie można zrobić w ten sposób, że kończysz grę, a trzecie zakończenie można zrobić, że jak dochodzi do tego momentu, gdzie możesz skończyć grę, to możesz powiedzieć: czekaj, w sumie nie chcę jeszcze kończyć, zaraz wracam. I idziesz po innych ludzi i kończysz razem z nimi.
You're back. Oh, why?
Ah, I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions. You can just... That my... As unfortunately, you both... There was... He done that, man. You were... That...
No to już widzieliśmy.
I see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long, I thought I'd
I don't know what became of you,
Oh.
or if you'll ever read this, but Octavia, Lucretia, Horatius, Equitia and I will never forget you, or what you did for us. It pains us that so many of our dear friends were not so fortunate, including Ulpius and Galerius, who heroically tried to rescue Dooley, but never made it back. But there is no point dwelling on what might have been.
Dużo osób zginęło niewinnych, bo na przykład właśnie Ulpius i Galerius i Dooley.
Try to show others the same compassion you showed us. We promise you that saving our lives was not for nothing. Scintilla et al.
No, te trzecie zakończenie jest takie se.
like you meant a lot to her.
Na razie, Wojtek.
I'd love to hear your story. You two look exhausted and...
How many have survived if you have confronted God of the Underworld? No i to jest ostatnie zakończenie, nie? Wszystkie gry, które próbowały być konkurencją dla DVD, zbyt szybko straciły zainteresowanie, to nie jest problem. I to. Problem jest w tym, że żadna gra, która wyszła, nie próbowała być nawet konkurencją dla DVD. Ty do tego źle podchodzisz, wiesz? Ty zakładasz, że musi być coś, co będzie konkurencją bezpośrednią do Dead by Daylight i jakby nie może być własnym bytem. Sens w tym, że na przykład taki Texas spokojnie mógł konkurować jako tako z Dead by Daylight, tylko że nigdy nie chciał konkurować i deweloperzy nigdy też nie chcieli rozwijać tej gry jakoś specjalnie. To nie jest tak, że one próbowały być konkurencją, tylko one zawiodły na innych płaszczyznach. I te gry, które mogą konkurować z Dead by Daylight, nie muszą próbować być konkurencją. To jest też to. Więc tu nie chodzi o to, że ta gra sfailuje, bo inne gry sfailowały. To jest totalnie od tyłka strony podejście do tematu. Możesz stworzyć dobrą grę, tylko trzeba po prostu mieć chęci i umiejętności. A na przykład taki Gun nie ma tych umiejętności, dlatego ja nie mam żadnych nadziei wobec tej ich nowej gry, ponieważ czemu mieliby nagle się nauczyć, tak? Skoro się nauczyli poprzednio, a oni mają bardzo typowy, znaczy bardzo prosty model biznesowy mają. To jest tak samo może spojrzeć na Dead by Daylight. Oni mają pewien model biznesowy, którego się trzymają od lat i się go trzymają i tyle. I z Gunem jest to samo. Ich model biznesowy jest taki: wziąć licencję, wypuścić grę, przez rok, 2 lata wspierać tą licencję, zbierać pieniądze, a potem przejść na inny projekt. To są ludzie, którzy chcą stworzyć jedną grę i się na nią jej trzymać i ją rozwijać. Więc dlatego to nie była konkurencja do Dead by Daylight, bo ich planem nigdy nie było zajęciem rynku Dead by Daylight. Ich planem było wypuszczenie naszej gry, utrzymać ją na rynku przez rok, sprzedać kilka skórek i potem zainwestować w nowy tytuł. I tak samo będzie z tym Halloween. On wyjdzie na rok, przez rok będzie grany, 2 lata będzie grany. Ludzie niego będą grali, będzie to dobra gra, czy to będzie słaba gra, to nie będzie ważne. Czy będzie to dobra gra, to ludzie będą w nią grali, ale oni się znudzą tym projektem, no bo tak było z Texasem. I tak było prawdopodobnie tak było też z Fridayem. Oni się znudzą, odpuszczą tą grę i zaczynają się czymś nowym. Idę po wodę. Cały czas ewidentnie było widać, że oni nie są zainteresowani po prostu robieniem dużej i popularnej gry live service, która mogłaby być długowieczna. Dobra, czyli musiałem zrobić paradoks, zrestartować. To po prostu mnie nie wczyta gry? Tak, będzie kosztować 200 zł, tak. Dlatego ich gra kosztowała, dlatego ich teksańska masakra kosztowała 108 zł, bo oni nie myśleli o tym, żeby mieć 50 000 graczy jednocześnie, bo mogliby mieć tyle, nie? Tylko oni do tej gry w takiej kategorii nie podchodzili, nie? Jezus, myślę, że się dam radę złapać. Ja się zastanawiam, czemu oni taką drogą tą grę wypuścili, a im zależało tylko na tym, żeby sprzedać kopię, wyliczyli sobie, że tyle im wystarczy. I de facto tyle, nie? Lol.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Ła, prawie zginąłem. Ratuj mnie. Mnie zastrzelili. Deadlock? No jak zrobię czwarte zakończenie, to ostatnie.
Salve. Oh, sounds.
Julia dying, but Lucretia can help her. Without this, Sylphium takes some it and go quickly.
Julia.
Okay. Rufus has been threatening Virgil, but if you give him some of this willow bark, it will treat his traumatism and he will settle down.
Poor Virgil.
Tell Fabia to stop entering, a new arrival who will blah blah blah.
Let me see. I'll go.
Dobra, idziemy ratować też tego Ursusa. Ileś zakończeń robi? Ja wiem, zobaczymy. No, większość rzeczy zrobionych mam, ale nie wiem co mnie czeka jeszcze. The Priestess. Trzecie ile robiłem? 5 minut. Ale czwarte jest to ostatnie, najtrudniejsze, znaczy najtrudniejsze, no najbardziej złożone. Ciekawe, czy mogę ptaka zamienić w złoto.
Salve.
Ulpus.
Oh no.
No, no, no.
No.
Ulpius, stój!
Ulpius, what are you?
That's why do
I know.
I'm sorry.
Please help him.
O tak, tak. Stop this right now.
If you're trying to make it easier,
Can you talk?
let me guess.
This is what Sentinel want?
Know about that? Well, you don't if I backed out now,
Lucretia was able to get some Sylphium in the time to save her life, she's going to be fine.
we're still in debt bondage to that
Actually, I do.
Really? Wait. So, I guess you'd want me to work for you then?
No, you'll be free.
Do that for us? Couple of complete strangers.
Of course.
It seems today we are both blessed. This did not turn out how I thought. Thank you, friend. I never thought people like you existed.
Here's your money.
Thank you. I'll go and pay off our debts immediately.
Dobra, uratowałem mu życie. Może on ma coś, jakieś brudy na niego.
I'll go and take care of things with Malleolus and tell Yulia the good news. Thanks again, friend. I'll never forget what you did.
O, ta Julia, może jej się spytam. Może ona ma jakiś list. Muszę jakoś przekonać Mallusa, żeby... żeby odpuścił te wybory i wtedy Galerius będzie kandydował i on prawdopodobnie wygra. A jak wygra, to będziemy mieli dostęp do Duliego. I Duli mi da czwartą płytkę i z czwartą płytką jestem w stanie wejść do świątyni.
It wasn't for lack of trying. And now Malleolus is going to... Wait. Why do you look so happy?
We're free. Malleolus just released us and we never have to set foot in that villa again.
What? How?
The newcomer arranged it somehow.
Really? That's... incredible. Oh, what a relief. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. Just rest up, get your strength back, and we'll celebrate properly when you're ready.
I will. Thank you, Ulpius. I will.
Mogę z nim pogadać teraz?
Sorry, was there some... No. I did hear from Ulpius that she disappeared. But I'd been locked in Malleolus's...
Fair enough.
Our priestess, I quit, but if that's the case, I mean, all it really does is make... I've seen Malleolus, Claudia and Domitius make grown men cry. Romans. They don't cry easily. They've never physically hurt anyone. But the point is, they don't have to. They've got people running scared because everyone knows Malleolus is the favorite to win today's election.
Can I help?
I doubt it. I mean, the election is today, and you've only just arrived.
Nie ma ciszy
I
przedwyborczej.
just don't think there's enough time for you to do anything.
We'll see
I
about that.
suppose we will. All right.
Może z tym Plusem musiał pogadać.
Feeling all right? Sure.
Did you hear her say anything about escaping?
How did you know that? Yes, she did mutter something about the only way out. A few times. Gladly. That's a...
Możemy z tą Cloudem pogadać i...
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
I ten... A w sumie muszę tam chodzić, bo mam klucz. I spróbować je po prostu... posłodzić trochę.
I'm not... Talk. And... You know, so now but...
I just hate to see such a beautiful woman treated so poorly. Kurde, ja nie wiem, czy ona się nie obrazi, jak ja jej to powiem.
Oh, aren't you charming? I'm quite sure my husband would seethe with impotent rage if he overheard you say that.
I love it, okay.
I love it. It seems our interests are aligned. I imagine knowing his true identity will give me the leverage I need to manage him appropriately. But first, I need you to do something for me.
What do you want?
I want you to bring me some wine. Just
Oh.
Oh, don't look at me like that. I know this must be hard for you to wrap your sweet little pleb head around. So what do you need me to spell out?
Why do you want wine?
Let me tell you something about Malleolus. He talks a lot about freedom, but what he doesn't tell you is that he means freedom for men. After all I've done for him, counseling him through his entire election campaign, and he had the audacity to lock me in here. He said it was for my own good, and that my drinking was unbecoming of a lady, let alone the wife of a magistrate. I'll show him unbecoming.
Znaczy, chce skuć?
Tonight, at his victory party, I'm going to get good and merry, and if he tries to discipline me again, I'll threaten to expose his true identity in front of everyone. I am so looking forward to
Nie możesz teraz skuć i zdradzić?
So you're...
I'll have some wine right here.
Thank you. Here's the letter.
O, jest dowód. A love letter in which Malleolus accidentally acknowledged his name as Quintius to beloved Claudia. For a time I despaired at the thought of being trapped here for the rest of my life, but then I met you and discovered that as long as I'm with you, I'm exactly where I should be. Mere words can express my affection for you, and I will perform a grand gesture in your honor. I will become the city magistrate, so then I may govern with the wisdom and strength with you by my side.
Now, perhaps you can tell me who Quinctius really is.
According to this bounty letter from Emperor Nero, he's the person who started the fires in Rome last year.
He's... Oh no. That's... quite a lot more serious than I imagined. I only wanted some leverage over him, not to destroy him. Give me that immediately. Nobody else must know.
Sure, can have this one. I can always get another copy.
Another copy? No, 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 no! This can't be happening. What? No. You tricked me, you mendacious little stirkers.
I didn't lie to you.
It was a lie of a mission. You were planning this all along and you deliberately concealed it. May Jupiter cut you down.
I'm going now.
I curse you. I curse your life and mind and memory. May you be unable to walk or eat or drink. May this drag you to the depths. This is outrageous.
Papa. Co ona chce ode mnie? Co ma chciała szantażować? Yo.
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without... My name is Marcus. You and I like... Well, that's...
Oh. I know you're Quinticus. Your wife gave me your love letter, and Nero wants your death.
So... It finally caught up with me. I suppose that makes you... What? One of Nero's assassins?
10% is your guts. No, I'm not. Fortunately for you.
So, you're not going to kill me?
And release everyone in debt bondage to you.
Oh, so much work and money.
Czy nie będę musiał podawać im kasy?
Well, if I do it, you'll let me live?
I will.
Fine. Ruling this cesspit of a city would have been beneath me anyway. I'll have Domitius notify the priestess of my withdrawal and release those two from debt bondage. There, you got what you wanted. Now, please, leave my villa and never speak to me again.
No. Nie mam nic za złe. Democracy in action. This is Democracy Manifest.
Shall I?
What's your story?
I mean, where am I from and all that? Judea, originally. But when I was a child, I moved to Rome with my family, Romanized my name and spent most of my life in the Jewish district of Trans-Tiberim, across the Tiber from the main city. That's where I was when the fires broke out. Everyone was running toward the river and I, listening to my inner contrarian, ran the other way. Every road leading out of Rome was in chaos, full of people with all their belongings in carts and brigands preying on them. Several hours down the Appian Way, I saw another Jewish family being attacked by 3 opportunists. So I picked up a branch from the side of the road and went to defend them. I can only assume they got the better of me because the next thing I knew, I was waking up in a forest, by a river not far from here, with no memory of how I got there. It's strange though, because I still had my purse on me. Why would a robber knock me unconscious and throw me in a river, but not take my coins?
Good on you for risking for your life to help others. To jest jedyny, który w rzece nie umarł.
And that family. I sometimes wonder what happened to them.
What do you think about the golden rule?
Neither of us have a couple of hours to stand around talking about theology, law, and collective punishment, so I guess you're looking for a pithy summary?
Może być.
You remind me of an old story from my people about Hillel the Elder. He was approached by a Gentile and asked to explain the entire Torah while he stood on one foot. Obliging, he replied, "What is hateful to you, do not do to another. That is the whole Torah. The rest is commentary. Go and learn."
This is commentary.
Of course, what I want to know is, what kind of a god sees a young woman abducted and does nothing about it? Not my god. That's for sure.
Good question.
Thanks. I just wish there was a way to find out.
Do you know a way
I
out
don't.
of here?
But
Bo
even if I did,
Stili nie
I'm
wie?
not going anywhere. I have unfinished business.
What are you going to vote for?
Sentius, I suppose. I'd have to be insane to vote for Malleolus after what he did to me.
Fair enough.
All right, friend.
Dobra, muszę galerysta znaleźć. Powiedzmy, że się wycofał z wyborów Maleus.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it... How is it? Sisyphus, he... Anyway.
Thank you,
Anytime now.
Galerius.
Oh, and if our conversations ever start to... Salve again? No.
Ever thought about running for magistrate yourself?
I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting duly set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. That's good.
Malleus withdrew from the election.
He did? Oh, that was unexpected. I wonder what could have possessed him to do that.
Ciekawe kto.
I guess it's time for me to step up then.
Chyba ja.
I'll let Equitia know I'll be running. All right, friend.
Czy można teraz pogadać z ludźmi? I przekonać do tego, żeby głosowali na niego? Czy to wystarczy? O, tutaj, kolego.
Shalom. Sentius, I suppose.
Would you consider voting for Galerius?
The farmer. He's a good man, but I think he's more valuable on the farm than as magistrate. All right, friend.
Nie wiem, czy muszę przekonywać, czy to wystarczy już. Mogę pogadać z nią, żeby ona te wybory wcześniej odpaliła.
Isn't the great temple a new face? Are they?
Can I ask you some questions about escaping the underworld?
I beg your pardon?
Livia was right. We're in the underworld.
That is quite a lot to take in. You'll have to give me a moment. Let's see. If that is indeed the case, I suppose we'd better figure out what to do about it, hadn't we?
Proszę pogadać z Bogiem.
Much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
Okay.
As I said.
Accurate could manipulate time or turn organic matter into gold.
Are you telling me that I won't pretend. So, who knows? But the problem is, I suspect it looks as though if you could recover. It's the.
Okay.
May for.
What's the status of election?
Must be completed by dusk, just the same as it'll be between Sentius, Why do you?
Can we start the election now?
As I said, I'm planning to hold it before.
I just want to get it over and done with. Holding it early may prevent conflict between the voters.
Well, I wouldn't describe impatient. Yes. Very well. Citizens, it is time. Let us meet to elect our magistrate.
Election starting.
Okej. Ja nie wiem, czy to wystarczy. A, właśnie. I need to make him popular among majority of the voters. W sumie ciekawe, co się stanie. Co, on przegra te wybory? A to Maleus go nie zabije, więc co dalej? Normalnie Maleus wygrywa i on zabija wtedy tego... Jezu, jak mu... Sidious? Nie. Jak te rzymskie imiona. Może będę żył tu już do końca. Rusz się, Rufius. Co się patrzysz? Sentius.
And late nominee Gallus Galerius Helva. Marcus Malleolus Gurges withdrew his candidacy earlier today. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Galerius. He saved the life of my dear friend Fabia.
Dacius.
Sentius.
Virgil.
The man who put a stop to the threats I've been receiving. Galerius.
Ulpius.
Galerius, the man who saved my life.
Rufius.
The man who treated my rheumatism.
O, wygrał.
Galerius.
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Gallus Galerius Helva.
What?
It has been decided. Magistrate Galerius.
What?
Would you like to make a brief address?
I just want to say, this isn't something I
To
ever
klasze.
wanted. Now that you put your trust in me, I'm going to do everything I can not to let you down. I'll need some time to put together a list of the changes I want to make around here. But I promise you, there will be changes. My first order is that Dooley is to be freed. Horatius, release him from his cell immediately. Please. Wait, do I need to say please? I suppose not. That's it. You can all get on with your day. Nothing else to see here.
Move along.
Move along.
What? Co tam, Sentius? Jak tam samopoczucie po wyborach?
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. We have...
What happens to now that you're no longer magistrate?
Nothing really. It won't be long before the golden rule is broken and everything will be reset. I dare say it won't affect me in the slightest. Thank you. I'll be...
Ha! Ciekawe jak to złamie tą zasadę w takim razie. Mówi, że niedługo zostanie złamana zasada. Ja pewnie nie mam dużo czasu, bo faktycznie ktoś może złamać tę zasadę. Może Duli złamie.
I will. Thank you, Galerius. I'm so happy.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georgius I said you could have some new clothes. Then I want you to go home and rest. I'll speak with you soon, Dooley.
Hello? I'm Dooley. Magistrate Galerius said I should thank the newcomer. Are you the newcomer?
Yes, that's me.
Oh, it is you. Then, thank you. You're a big helper. I was locked up, but they let me out again. I'm so happy.
You're welcome.
You can have my shiny plaque if you want, and maybe you can help me find my treasure. My friend Hannibal used to look after me, and he said he always would, but then he died. But before that, he told me if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious.
What was it?
He gave me a key to the cisterns and told me to keep it safe. He said there's something very precious way up high. Please help me find it. Please. I had to keep it a secret until I found someone I could trust. Oh,
I'll help you.
Here's the
Czy mi dał klucz do jego wyjścia? To nie muszę zabijać Sentiusa w takim razie.
Hope you find it. In the cisterns. Way up high. Hannibal said. Oh, look over there. Something shining.
Tam coś jeszcze jest.
Is it treasure? Maybe it is treasure. I could see it for myself. So pretty. And it's just lying out here on the open. Maybe nobody.
I did not did it, Duli.
Maybe no one will mind if I
Ale co, mam mieć tutaj cysterny teraz?
The many shall suffer for
Co się
the
stało?
sins of the one.
Aha. Czyli Duli złamał tę zasadę. Wziął i podpierniczył coś. No dobrze mówił. Czyli nie może wygrać tych wyborów w takim razie. No dobra, to ja mam plakietkę, ale ten klucz mam jeszcze. Co ten klucz? Telma allows you know his real name is Quintus thanks to Claudia, and then that Nero sends his regards. And tell him to withdraw from the election unless his debt bondsman.
What? All right, I'll go.
Okej. Dobra, do cysterny teraz. Whoa!
All weapons are to be tossed into the chasm. How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not? Hey!
Fuck off,
You're not
Domitius.
thinking about going into the cistern, are you? Whoa.
Dostał heada. Czy to chodzi o te drzwi, które są za tą sentinelą? Fuck! Co mi zapisało? Co chodzi o te drzwi? Gdzie jestem? A! Lol, tutaj jest przejście. No dobra, to się wyjaśniło. Ale nie czekaj, to... Ja te... Aha! Ja się tu mogłem dostać, jakbym tego łuku nie zdobył. Tak się mogłem do niej dostać. Ja się zastanawiam, jak się można do niej dostać bez tego łuku. A to jest sposób.
Salve, well. I still.
To jest sposób, żeby się dostać do się... Dobra, to się wyjaśniło. Co tam płacze? How can we pass this test if we don't know the rules? Tu w sumie nigdy nie byłem. Whoa. Otwarłem. Speak his name. Say nothing. O, najstarszy jest Nergal. Potem był Ozyrys. Potem był Hades, a potem Pluto. Z Nergal? Ozyrys. Pluto. To jego ostatnie imię. A, może tutaj chodzi o to, że teraz... Czy teraz będzie Hades? Okej, a to jest egipski? Dobra, to będzie Ozyrys. To będzie Nergal. Wow. O kurde, co za UFO. Stargate. Bo tego się nie spodziewałem. Statek kosmiczny. What the fuck? O, Ziemia.
And here you are. Allow me to introduce myself. As you have already gathered, I've been known by many names. Nergal to the Sumerians, Osiris to the Egyptians, Hades to the Greeks, and Pluto to the Romans. But the one constant through it all has been my title, God of the Underworld. And I've been watching you with curiosity, mortal, ever since your arrival. You're unlike the others, aren't you? And what is more, you carry a weapon that was never intended for mortals to wield, and you do it so brazenly that there will be time for your reckoning later. First, as a reward for undoing the desecration of my obelisk, I will allow you to satisfy your curiosity. Ask what you will.
What's your story?
My story is many thousands of years long. You will need to be more specific. What do you wish to know?
Your God?
It is a matter of perspective. God is a label I was given by you mortals, not one I gave myself. Your ancestors revered me because to them, my knowledge and technology made me incomprehensibly powerful, just as you might seem so to an insect. But despite all that, there are rules even I must obey.
Why do you look and sound like a man?
Kin and I all adopted this form long ago, so that we might better understand and communicate with your kind.
Czyli odpowiedzią na wszystkie moje pytania to jest aliens.
Desire, joy, ecstasy, even rage and sorrow, while an acquired taste can be addictive.
May I see your true form?
No. Long ago I swore to Persephone that I would remain in this form for as long as we remained among your kind. I must honor that.
Who's the one on your left?
This is my beloved. Like me, she has been known by many names. Ereshkigal to the Sumerians, Isis to the Egyptians, Persephone to the Greeks, and Proserpina to the Romans. Or perhaps you might know her as the goddess of springtime, the cycle of life and renewal.
Oh.
Your gaze lingers too long.
Who's to your right?
That is my servant. You would have met by the river, though she wears many faces.
Karen.
Many names. Kumutabal to the Sumerians, Kirti to the Egyptians, Charon to the Greeks, and Charon to the Romans. Her role is to ferry souls between the mortal world and this one, and to make their transition as seamless as possible. For that, she earned herself the infamous, if erroneous, moniker, the Ferryman. You will talk more later. For now, ask your questions.
Let's talk about something else. What is this place?
It's come to be known simply as the Underworld, and it exists because of a wager I made long ago.
What wager we made?
That is a long story, one that began over 3,000 years ago and continues to this day. You see, long ago my kin and I set out from our home on Elysium to search for other forms of life among the stars. We discovered your planet and witnessed your kind evolving from primates into something lawless and barbaric. You all but destroyed yourselves, your 2 short lives being extinguished by violence and ignorance and disease. Yet Proserpina saw raw potential in me, and persuaded the rest of us it would be squandered without our intervention and stewardship. So we revealed ourselves to your people in a place called Sumer. We offered guidance in agriculture, toolcraft, and law, and you called us gods. For a time you flourished, but soon you were too many for us to oversee. And as you spread from that cradle of civilization, we saw something disturbing. We had sown the seeds of dependency and confusion, And soon you return to your old ways of violence and ignorance, this time in our name. My kin had seen enough and gave up on your kind, condemning you as barbaric and chaotic, scarcely more than animals. We began preparations to return to Elysium, our home world, a utopia unspoilt by conflict and unimaginable in its beauty. But my Proserpina could not bear to abandon your kind without guidance, and knowing it would force the rest of us to leave her behind, she made an extraordinary sacrifice. She gave up her immortality to descend permanently to the ranks of humankind. And so she began her inescapable trajectory toward death. Horrified, I acted swiftly. I placed her in suspended animation in a deep frozen sleep to prevent age and sickness from claiming her. And then I pleaded with Proserpina's father, who the Romans called Jupiter, to bring her with us to Elysium. It was and is my hope that once there, we might one day learn to undo what she has done to herself. But he refused. I did everything I could to persuade him, but he would not relent. He would rigidly uphold his final pronouncement. Humans were unworthy of ascension to Elysium, and no exceptions would be made. But seeing that I was aggrieved, he proposed a wager, the terms of which were as follows. If even one human city could prove itself capable of living without sin for a single year, then Proserpina and all of humanity would be permitted to join us in Elysium. My part would be to remain behind, the last of my kind, to watch over you without interfering, and to sit in silent judgment. And so my reward has been to languish here, enduring a 3,000-year winter, waiting for the day your kind proves itself worthy of her fate.
1000 lat się nie doczekał.
So that I might take her with me to Elysium and unthaw my goddess of springtime. And here I am, after all this time, still waiting.
Who are your
There
kin?
were also gods who, like me, have been known by many names, but perhaps you knew them by their Roman names. Our leader, Jupiter, as well as Neptune, Saturn, Juno, Minerva, Mars, Venus, Apollo, Diana, Vulcan, Vesta, Ceres, and of course, my beloved Proserpina.
Build the City, no on zbudował, żeby udowodnić, tak, że
As the first wave of your kind
da radę.
arrived from Sumer, I had them build a city in their own fashion, so that they might be comfortable and recreate their lives here. I had them build the entrance as a vertical shaft leading to baths, to cleanse them of the sins of their former lives, and to prevent escape. I watched wave after wave of Sumerians arrive, and as their civilization declined over the centuries, they were replaced by Egyptians. Of course, believing themselves to be the superior civilization, the Egyptians promptly built over what had been built before, and made all the same mistakes. After another 1,000 years, the Greeks began to arrive, and then the Romans, and they all did the same thing. They built upon the underworlds of their predecessors, renamed their gods, and ensured their foundations were forgotten.
How did you decide who comes
To
here?
ensure the wager was fair, it was important that my subjects were chosen at random. To this end, I had my servant distribute 1,000 tokens fashioned from silver, a rare element at the time, across all of Sumer. Whoever died while in possession of one of them would be located by my servant and ferried to this place, with no memory of how they arrived. As the tokens were discovered, they were traded, smelted, and fashioned into trinkets, and eventually coins, spreading to Egypt like seeds on the wind. Later, when they spread to Greece, they would come to be known as Charon's obol, or as coins for the ferryman. Some placed coins in the mouths of their dead, hoping they would awaken here, though they had no way of knowing which coins were fashioned from the original tokens. In fact, almost all of the tokens are accounted for, only 2 remain. And so after this wave destroys itself, as it is destined to do. Your kind would have squandered the last of its potential to ascend beyond this rock, and Persephone is along with it.
What did humans learn about the underworld?
It is a regrettable story. One of the first men who came to this place was a
troublemaker.
Sumer and a troublemaker. To be rid of him, I returned him to his people, on the condition that my servant erased his memories of this place. But the erasure did not take completely, and he told stories of this place as if describing memories of a dream. His tales were committed to writing, which came to be known as the Epic of Gilgamesh, and his words were twisted and distorted over generations. Later, the Egyptians would adapt Sumer's stories of the underworld, making them wildly intricate and labyrinthine. Their Book of the Dead and Book of Gates bore less and less resemblance to this place in their priests' pursuit of profit. Then, when the Greeks began to arrive, they proved far more cunning, and in a series of incidents that will not be repeated, 5 of them escaped. A warrior named Heracles, 2 kings named Sisyphus and Theseus, a poet named Orpheus, and a Trojan named Aeneas. They each told embellished tales of this place, how to get here, and how to escape. And so from Sumer to Egypt, Greece to Rome, your kind has always told each other stories about this place, though each story contained only a seed of truth.
Let's talk about something else. Are you responsible for the Golden Rule?
It is merely the name your people have given to it, but yes, it is my doing.
Why turn people into gold?
That is a story dating back to the very first wave. After the Sumerians finished building their city, the self-declared ruler threw a banquet to celebrate. Now this man was unmarried, and many women were vying to become his wife, a prestigious position of power and influence in a new world. Of all the women, 2 were particularly ambitious. Both were beautiful, and both arrived at the banquet wearing eye-catching dresses and painted faces, their hair woven in elaborate fashion. The first woman, recognizing that she would require an advantage to win the ruler's affection, draped herself in jewelry, ornate necklaces, bracelets, and rings fashioned from gold. Seeing this ostentatious display, the second woman grew envious, for she had no such jewelry at her disposal. She prayed aloud to any gods that would listen to cover her in gold. And when her prayer went unanswered, she took matters into
Skoczyła do kadzi ze złotem.
While the others indulged at the banquet, the second woman summoned the first for a discussion in a quiet place. She checked that nobody was watching and pushed her rival from the top of the ziggurat where she broke her neck on the rocks below. But I was watching, and I decided to answer her prayer. I took the golden bow left behind by Diana, and I shot that woman in the heart, covering her from head to toe in a layer of molten gold.
Oh, Diana.
I left her to stand there, that she might serve as a grim reminder of what befalls those who sin in my domain. But that was not enough, for the entire city was tainted by her sin, and the wager could no longer be won. So I had no choice but to wipe the slate clean. I gilded them all to make way for a new wave, and began the wager again.
Wager.
To this day, each of them, and all who came after, line the halls of this city, inanimate but conscious, suspended in time with only their sight and hearing preserved, so they may bear witness to and lament the folly of your kind for eternity.
Niektórzy tam tysiące lat już stoją w tym pomniku. So responsible for destroying all these lives.
Give your kind a second chance at life, as well as ample warning about my law. And when you disobey, and you always disobey, you force my hand, bringing terrible suffering upon yourselves. And so you ask if I am the one destroying your lives. And I say, no, you destroy yourselves. I am merely the means by which you do it.
What did the
When
golden
my
balls
kin
come from?
departed, they left behind many relics which I inherited. Consolation prize of sorts. The golden bow originally belonged to one of my kin, who the Romans called Diana. As my collection of golden statues grew, I chose the most ferocious among them, and equipped them each with a duplicate of her bow, and tasked them with hunting down the Forsaken at my behest. They became known simply as Furies.
What do you consider a sin?
I've always considered that the cornerstone of morality is the ability to determine right from wrong on one's own. No attempt to lay out rules like your Code of Hammurabi or your 12 Tables of the Roman Republic can ever cover all possible scenarios. This should come as no surprise to you, since the core principle has been expressed in many forms by many of your civilizations. The Egyptians made a rudimentary attempt with do to the doer to make him do. The Greeks refined it with avoid doing what you would blame others for doing. The Roman Stoics added, treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Even the so-called cultists hiding among you often say, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It is the simplest of concepts, and each one of you is born with the faculties required to apply it to any situation. Yet none of the peoples who expressed this rule were able to uphold it. Curious, is it not?
I always lived my life that way. Lie. To znaczy... Doesn't seem like you've been upholding it either.
Enough. You clearly know nothing.
How do you know when people sin?
I'm able to commune with all of the statues in the city. Their ears are my ears, and their eyes are my eyes.
Czy mogę ukraść, jak pomnik się na mnie nie patrzy? Is Proserpina connected with the statue in the same way?
If she was still conscious, I suppose she could, but she's not. Why do you ask?
Never mind. No reason.
Then what an odd question.
Yeah, Paniczek. I've seen some terrible things that here that you didn't consider a sin. How could you let them happen?
Do you plan to speak in sweeping generalizations, or are you going to give me an example?
Suicide.
I've seen no such thing, but in any case, taking one's own life is a self-directed act. It is not one that is done to others, however they may be affected by it. Therefore, it cannot be said that one who commits suicide has done anything unto others.
I disagree with that.
Supposing you are right, then my law has been broken, and I should turn you all to gold immediately. Is that what you want?
I'm right, I know
Your
it.
desire to be right outweighs your desire to survive. You will make a fine statue.
Draw wooden bow.
Do you really think you could
Chyba przegrałem tą rozmowę.
a god
Nie wiedziałem, że mogę...
that primitive weapon?
Let's find out, shall we?
Pathetic.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Furies attack.
Czy mogę wrócić? Nie skończyłem z nim gadać. Co dalej? Jestem ciekawy jeszcze, co to ma do powiedzenia. Chryste, panie! Połamałem z nogi. Żyję. Jak stąd wyjść? Hello. Otwieraj pan portal. Już tam wrócić jeszcze raz?
Salve. Well, you? All right. I'll go.
Okay. One more time. Świątynia daleko jest. Może ta postać szybko biega. Zrobiłeś już 3 lub 4? Zrobiłem 1, 3 i 3. Teraz właśnie jestem w trakcie robienia 4. Spotkałem Boga ze światów. No, wszystkie się sprawdzają do paradoksu. Tylko pokłóciłem się z nimi i się ten...
Allow me to introduce no gold, but the first. My as you. That is me. Do you plan to speak in sweeping general? The merchant. How is that inconsistent with the rule I've outlined? I disagree. Having watched this merchant, that is precisely what he would expect from others, and he would be quite capable of paying the price anyway.
You can know what he would expect, you're just speculating.
Applying this rule always requires speculation to some degree. It requires us to ask what another person would want if they found themselves in another situation.
Does that make it inherently subjective and unreliable?
Not if we're wise enough to know the mind of man.
And you think you know the minds of other people?
Supposing you're right, then my law has been broken, and I should turn you all to gold immediately. Is that what you want?
Of course not.
Now tell me, what other...
Abduction.
Abduction? You mean the magistrate imprisoning his daughter in the cistern, I take it. He did so because she sought to escape, a sin I take particularly seriously. Better that he stops her from escaping, albeit brutishly, than I have to wipe out this entire city to punish her. Wouldn't you agree? Now tell me, what
Debt bondage.
Speak of the moneylender. How is that inconsistent with the rule?
He wouldn't want to be trapped in a 30-year labor contract because of
He
loan.
would never have signed a contract pledging his labor for 30 years. All he did was enforce the terms of a contract signed voluntarily by others.
The whole concept of debt bondage, like slavery, is unethical. It's legal under the international law where I'm from.
ignoring your irritating sense of moral superiority. This is interesting. I'm curious, how do people escape poverty where you're from?
We don't. It's customary to take out a loan to buy a house and in some places to pay for an education.
I see. And how long might it take such a person to repay their debt?
Depends, typically decades, sometimes their entire
I
life.
fail to see how your system of loans is significantly different to a debt bondsman signing over his labor for 30 years.
Fair enough.
Now tell me, what other sins do you believe I have overlooked?
Czego muszę sprowokować do walki? Experience of the golden status?
Palace, yes. How is that inconsistent with the rule?
She wouldn't want to experience upon if she was gilded.
The rule is do unto others, meaning other people. Those statues are something else now. Bloodless shadows, mere shapes of their former selves. They are forsaken. What happens to them?
Czemu
has
na
no
grupie?
concern.
That seems like an extremely literal interpretation of the rule.
Applying this rule always requires us to interpret the meaning of the words. A literal interpretation helps to minimize the ambiguities of your primitive language.
If our language is full of ambiguity, does that make the rule inherently subjective and unreliable?
Supposing you're right, then my look. Now tell.
It's no wonder people say the gods are cruel. This just shows how unreliable and subjective your moral code is. You know better than judging from right from wrong than any human.
Do you honestly think you could do better?
No, but that's my point. Nobody grasp of right and wrong is so perfect that they can be trusted with all this power. You become a
I
tyrant.
should strike you down for that.
And if you did, you're proving my point.
Now, did you have any other questions before your reckoning?
Stackowo something
Very
else.
well.
That's all question I had.
Then now it is time for your reckoning. Only, it seems, something is wrong. It has long been within my power to see into the hearts of mortals and weigh their deeds in life. But when I peer into you, I see only a blank slate, as if you did not exist until you appeared in this city. How is this possible? Charon, where did you find this one?
I do not remember ferrying you. How did you come here?
I'm from the future.
If that is true, then I sense the intervention of someone powerful.
How did you come to be in this time, mortal? Who brought you here?
We cannot know.
I was something you could tell me.
Do not know. My kin departed long ago, and Proserpine slumbered for 3,000 years.
Shouldn't you know this as the god of the underworld?
Tread lightly, mortal. Enough of this. It seems I will need to put your reckoning on hold for now. But answer this. Why have you come here? What is it you seek?
Przecież sam nie wiem. I need to kill you. I would like to put an end to the golden rule.
Your hubris is amusing, so I will allow you to make your case. But I warn you, if you anger me or waste my time with lies or wrong-headed arguments, you face death here.
Oops.
So, tell me, why should I put an end to the so-called golden rule?
If you're doing this for love, you should know that Proserpina doesn't love you. How can you expect us to live without sin if you can't do it yourself? The golden rule is corrupting the city and ensuring you'll never win the wager.
How so? And be specific. You have made a grave allegation, and I expect you to back it up.
This uses price gouging for life-saving medicine because he knows nobody can take it. Rufus has become so paranoid that he's jumping at shadows like Virgil's sexuality. Malus has trapped people in debt bondage by convincing them that rebelling would break your law. Co?
He is a volatile and confused fellow, that one. True. I have witnessed him doing that.
Malice trap people in debt.
His cruelty does seem to grow greater by the day. Pathetic. You will need to do a lot better than that. That is a very serious accusation, mortal. What sin have I committed? What evidence do you have to support it?
Trap people in the city against their will.
These people were all dead when my servant found them. I gave them a second chance at life. Would you prefer to have simply ceased to exist?
Maybe.
Then you still have the option to end your life should you wish, and you are no worse off than if I had not intervened. Accordingly, I reject your argument.
You give terrible punishments.
Every one of those people was guilty of failing to ensure their peers lived virtuously. They failed collectively, and so they were punished collectively. The Romans understand this, as did the Greeks before them.
When I'm from, collective punishment is considered one of the most egregious crimes there is.
How unfortunate that we are not where you are from.
Fair position reversed, you would want me to punish you for the sins of other people.
Ah, but I am a god, and you are a mortal. Why would you expect me to treat you as I treat my own kind? You are not a peer. You are not a respected equal. Let me ask you this. Do you treat insects as you wish to be treated? Do you care for their well-being as you would your fellow man? Do you ensure they have food and shelter and protection from predators? Do you give them rights?
Yes. No.
Of course not. Because that would be absurd, just as it would be absurd for me to treat your kind as equals.
What makes your kind superior to mine?
Where to begin? Our lifespans exceed yours by thousands of years, in which time we accumulate vast wisdom and a mastery of technology you cannot begin to imagine.
Why does wisdom and technology make you superior?
Because that is the source of our power over you.
So you think you're not obliged to treat us fairly because you're more powerful than us?
You could say that.
What is the Roman Stoic set? Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you?
My kin have no superiors.
That sounds... Oba argumenty są dobre, but didn't you say Jupiter was your leader? There's a hierarchy within your kin.
That is true. Go on.
So treating humans the way you would wish Jupiter to treat you?
Make your point, mortal.
If you can't follow your own rule, how can you expect humans to?
Let me ponder that for a moment. If you are right, then it would follow that all this time I have been in the wrong. But no, the very thought of it grieves me. How can I accept your argument when doing so would make me a tyrant and a monster?
You're not a monster, you're a human and you made a mistake.
Wait, what? What are you saying?
Humans make mistakes, it's in our nature.
You have spoken eloquently, and yet, if what you say is true, it follows that my wager was fatally flawed from the beginning. But that would mean Jupiter, Proserpina's father, who knew more about you than anyone, proposed a wager I could never win. Why would he do that?
Perhaps he made a mistake too. Perhaps he wanted you to abandon the wager so Proserpina would be free from you. Perhaps he felt threatened by you and didn't want a potential challenger in Elysium. Perhaps he left you behind because even your own kin didn't want you. Made a mistake.
Mistake? But he is the best and greatest of us.
You took some humans for foibles as well?
Your words sting me, mortal. Perhaps it is what I deserve. As difficult as this is to admit, I have suspected as much for a long time now. And I cannot deny it any longer. I've been so fixated on taking my beloved to Elysium that every time one of you sinned, it wore away my hope of being with her again. In time, I began to despise your kind for making her believe that you could ever be better than you are. But my rage was not born of malice. Quite the opposite. Everything I have done, I did because I loved her. Who knew this empathy of yours, which you celebrate so much, could have such a dark underside? This has gone on too long. It is time for me to let go of this form, of her, of all of you. But know this, if I abandon the wager and leave for Elysium, neither she nor your kind may ever ascend.
Why can't we go to Elysium?
Because doing so would violate the rules of my sacred agreement with Jupiter, and you would receive a hostile reception. The best I can do is return you to the land of the living. I will have Charon make arrangements to ferry the others. But as for you, be aware you will be separated from the rest.
Why?
Once this exodus begins, the events that brought you to this moment will never have taken place, and you will have created a paradox. What will become of you is difficult to predict, but that is the risk you have taken by interfering in the natural flow of time. Now, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Farewell, mortal.
Abolish the golden rule. Co będzie tak, jakbym tą prostopadą uwolnił?
Oh. Hi there. Well, here I am. Know who you... Oh, did that lady in the forest send you in here after me? I'm fairly certain you and I, fortunately for us, the last person in here was a Roman man named Galerius, who inscribed an account into a tablet. Apparently there was a community of 20-something people trapped in here, and living in fear of a curse they called the Golden Rule. They believed that if even one person sinned, an unknown god would cast them all into gold, like the 1,000 people who'd lived here before them. Then, one day, just as Galerius had finished praying for a good harvest at the shrine of Proserpina, an oracle appeared and told him how to solve the ills of the city, like saving the life of a dying woman, foiling an assassination attempt, and so on. Meanwhile, the oracle walked up to the temple of the mysterious god, this one right here, and demanded an audience. And the doors just opened up to him. Nobody knows what went on in there, but Galerius wrote the oracle must have been more persuasive than Odysseus, because the next thing he knew, the ground shook and the voice of that god rang out over the city. The many have suffered long enough. Unfortunately, Galerius' account just sort of stops after that, leaving a lot of questions unanswered. What became of him and the other people who lived here? What happened to all the golden statues? And did this mysterious oracle single-handedly undo the curse that had terrorized people for hundreds of years?
That's a bit far-fetched. These Romans are crazy. Actually, that was me.
What? Oh, I see. For a moment there, I thought you were serious. Anyway, I think I found a way out through the aqueduct that brought water into the city. Follow me.
I'm right behind you.
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple.
Good idea.
Go on it.
To będzie Karon.
You're back. Oh, what?
I discovered you're not who you said you were. I remember meeting you 2000 years ago.
Ah, I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions.
Who are you really?
You can just call me. I do that.
What true is that?
You died. My most ask you you that you.
To say the coins Allah and I had were the last in existence. What does that mean for you?
It means there is no. Perhaps it means there is. I see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now.
And there was... Sounds good.
And you?
Alright, Sharon, for us home. Nie da mi tabliczki z podsumowaniem od Galoriusa. 1 year later. Siema, Lingiaoyu. O.
Hey, you made it. It's great to see you again. I read your book, and what the critics said about it. I guess they weren't ready for your theories about the underworld. Anyway, after everything you've been through, I thought you might appreciate some good news. So after we got back to the real world, I started doing some research into the people mentioned in Galerius's tablet, and I found something strange. I'm sorry I've been so cryptic. I've been dying to tell you, I just really wanted you to see this for yourself. Why don't you head on down there? I'll catch up with you at the other end.
An ancient Roman statue of an unknown man in an inscrutable pose. One hand seems to welcome, the other warns. Galerius! What the fuck?
You're finally here. Remember me?
Galerius, what are you doing
It's a
here?
crazy story. After you disappeared, Karen appeared and told us she was returning us to the world. Even gave us some coins to help us start our lives over. Only, for some reason, she returned us to your world instead of ours. Anyway, I know we only ever had that one conversation, and I wasn't even sure if you'd remember me, but I wanted to say thanks for freeing us from the underworld and giving us a second chance at life.
You're Equita now.
I know. I can't believe my luck either. But we're engaged and living together. We're
O
planning
Jezu,
to
jakie
get married next
pozytywne
spring.
zakończenie.
If you're going to be around, we'd love to see you there.
I love that. Count me in. What are you doing with yourself these
I
days?
used Karen's gift to buy a farm in Umbria. Got a villa on it too, with enough room for Dooley, of course. It's hard work, but I sleep soundly every night. I'm finally my own man, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
It's good to see you,
Of course,
Galerius.
there's a whole museum full of people waiting for a chance to thank you, so you better keep moving. We'll speak again soon, my friend.
Wszyscy tu są. Assemble as many people as possible in the museum.
Oh, hello.
Dooley.
Hello. I'm Dooley.
I remember who you are, Dooley.
Said you're very nice and a big helper. Thank you for getting us out of the bad place. I didn't like it.
What are you doing with
I
yourself
live
these
at
days?
Valerius and Equitia's house. They look after me now and help me remember when I forget things, like brushing my teeth.
I'm so sorry you never found your treasure.
Treasure? Oh, I forgot about that. I like my box now. Galerius got me a box that tells stories. It's my favourite thing.
Televisor? I'm glad you're happy. It was good to see you, Dooley. Bye-bye.
You're here. It's lovely to finally meet you. Galerius told me all about you.
Good to see you too,
So,
Equitia.
you're the hero who somehow vanquished the last of the Roman gods. As I'm a priestess, you realize you've put me out of work. I'm just teasing. Actually, and it still feels a little sacrilegious to say this, I'm finding life after religion quite enjoyable.
What are you doing
Galerius and I are
with these
engaged
days?
and expecting. We've just bought a lovely villa in the countryside with room for a large family. And Dooley too, of course.
Jeszcze
It
jest w
feels
ciąży.
like the world has just opened up for us. There's so much to learn, and so many more possibilities for our children than we ever imagined. We're just so thankful for what you did for us. For all of us.
How's Livia?
Oh, it's sweet of you to ask. She recovered nicely. In fact, she's here somewhere, if you'd like to ask her yourself.
I'll do that. It's good to see you again.
At the wedding, I hope.
There he is.
Relief of Proserpina. Great circular portrait of Proserpina, the Roman goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. Her story is grim one. It says she was abducted by Pluto and forced into marriage against her will.
It's you.
Horatius.
Evening.
Hey.
Cynthia.
Hi there, I'm Horatius.
Hi, Horatius.
I understand we have you to thank for giving us a second chance at life. And reuniting Scintilla with us as well.
Kurde, ciekawe czy te dialogi byłyby inne, jakbym z nimi pogadał najpierw. A nie, mam inne te opcje. What are you doing with yourself these
I'm living
days?
up north and studying in the military academy in Modena. I'm going to be an officer one day. The world's changed a lot. But some things stay the same. Would you believe we're still studying military tactics from my time? Alexander the Great, Caesar, Hannibal Barca. Still, I have to keep challenging myself to let go of old ways of thinking and embrace the new. As Seneca wrote, the ones who pioneered our paths aren't our masters, but our guides.
Well, sorry you never got to see your girl again.
Ah, you remembered that. Thank you. I grieved for a time, but that's done. In the words of Epictetus, as those who rode behind triumphant generals remind them they are mortal, remind yourself your precious one isn't one of your possessions, but something given for now, not forever.
Well said.
Thanks.
Whatever happened to your buddy Domitius?
Not my... Oh, I see what you did there. Good one. He had more trouble adapting than most. He got himself disqualified from the UFC, so he started some kind of underground blood sport tournament, like we did in Rome.
Blood sport tournament.
Suppose it appealed to people's baser instincts. And they say he made some good coin, killing a bunch of men like that. But his luck finally ran out, and his life...
O, zginął.
You know what they say. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
That's a shame.
Perhaps.
It's good to see you again,
And
Horatius.
you. Farewell.
I take it you're the Oracle. Thanks for coming.
Good to see you again.
Actually, I changed my name to Cynthia. I didn't want to be associated with Sentius. after what happened. I'm not sure if you heard, but after you drove Pluto off, Proserpina emerged from the Great Temple. She knew right away what none of us had figured out about that psychopath. He'd been keeping my little sister locked up in the upper cistern all that time. But he's been dealt with. You know what? The important thing is, we'll never see him again.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
Anything I want. I'm a woman of means in a vast new world. I can go wherever and do whatever I please. Of course, I mostly just stay in my villa and have my servant Alexa summon things for me, because it's just awful out there. Barbarians everywhere.
What happened to Sentius?
He's still there, all alone. The last golden statue in the underworld. Trapped in a metal shell, slowly losing his mind until the end of time. Eternal torment. Just what he deserves, if you ask me.
That seems a bit excessive, don't you think?
I try not to think about him at all.
It was good to see you.
You too. See you around.
Julia.
You're the Oracle, right? Oh, of
That
course.
was fine.
Sorry. And I never got a chance to thank you for telling Galerius how to save my life. And of course, getting me and all of us out of a terrible situation.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
Oh, I barely recognize myself. I'm living in a house share in London with my wonderful girlfriend. And I'm studying English at university. Eventually, I want to travel the world and write about it. Turns out, it's about 30 times bigger than the Roman Empire ever was. Did you know there are entire continents Rome never knew existed? And you can travel almost anywhere in an aircraft, which is rather like flying on a Pegasus, but much more comfortable. Oh, sorry, you already know all that, of course. I'm just so excited. There's so much to see and learn and write about.
Seeing the world through fresh eyes sounds wonderful.
I have noticed people from your time have no idea how fortunate they are. I hope to change that. One day.
Nie, on był zakochany w tej siostrze od Sentili. On z nią kręcił. Whatever happened to Malleus and Claudia?
Last I heard, Malleolus kept insisting he was the last rightful ruler of the Roman Empire, and wound up being committed to a psychiatric hospital. As for Claudia, she was always so viciously unhappy. Someone said she'd blown all her money on wine, trying to drink herself back to the underworld. After the horrific way they treated Ulpius and me, I can't help feeling a sense of... what's that German word? Schadenfreude?
I think you're allowed to feel that way.
You're very kind.
Whatever happened to Aurelia?
Someone told me she was boasting about getting her claws into some rich prince, and how she was going to be living the high life from now on. Even in your time, life still isn't fair. Apparently, he'd proposed before they'd even met. And last I heard, she'd bought herself a first-class one-way ticket to join him in some exotic place called... what was it? Nigeria? Some people have all the luck.
Something tells me she's going to get what she deserves.
Well, you are the Oracle, so I suppose I'll take your word for
Julia
it.
była zniewolona przez Maelusa razem z tym Ulysem. It was good to see you again.
If you're ever in London, let me know. We can go to bars and drink wine and listen to the stories of the 9 million
Kurde, ale nie
people
pamiętam,
who live there.
która to była Aurelia. Ale I'll take you up on that.
Hi there.
Statue of Apollo. God of disease and healing, among other things.
You are here. It's nice to finally meet you.
Hi, Lucretia.
Lucy is fine. I'm making an effort to blend in, as you can see. We are all trying to keep a low profile. If the world knew we died 2,000 years ago and were suddenly brought back to life 12 months ago, they'd never leave us alone. Speaking of which, I wanted to say thank you in person. I'd say the gods smile on you, but I hear you drove the last of them off.
Ta od tawerny.
So,
what are you doing with
I'm
yourself these
studying
days?
to get into medical school. As much as I resented the responsibility of keeping everyone in the city alive, when it ended, I realized I missed it. So I guess I'll just keep saving the world, if begrudgingly, one patient at a time.
It was good to see you, Lucy.
Don't be a stranger.
Poznała nigeryjskiego księcia. Się dała skamować i straciła cały majątek.
Hey.
The Hermit Philosopher. Ty, on żyje.
Greetings.
Buffed up. Dziadek z kanałów.
The oracle everybody's talking about. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
We met before, though I wouldn't expect you to remember it.
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Philip.
In any case,
Jak filozofer.
I'm Philip. I never thought I'd leave that cave, let alone the city. And now I'm living in the 21st century. What a time to be alive.
Philip.
And it seems I have your catabasis to thank for it.
What are you doing with yourself these
I'm working as
days?
a consultant to the Faculty of Classics at Cambridge University, helping fill the odd gap in their knowledge. Not that I need the money, but I do love being around enlightened minds again.
It's good to see you.
Sincere thanks.
Myślałem, że będę mógł z nim pogadać o filozofii. Gorgeous. Gregorius.
Greetings. You must be the legendary oracle. It is a sincere privilege to finally make your acquaintance. I am Georgius.
Good to see you,
I am
Gorgeous.
told
Georgius.
we have you to thank for freeing us from Hades, and for that I am most grateful.
What are you doing with yourself?
I am reacquainting myself with Greece. It has changed so much over the last 2,000 years, I barely recognize it. This is at once heartbreaking and thrilling. Perhaps one day, once I have seen all of this new Greece and sampled her delights, I will settle down in Santorini in a villa overlooking the Azure Sea. I hope you will join me there and regale me with the story of how you faced off against the fearsome god of the underworld and won.
Consider me there. It's good to see you.
You too, my friend.
Fabia.
Hello.
Statue of Demeter.
You're the one we've been waiting for. I'm Fabia.
Hi, Fabia.
I wanted to say thanks for sending Galerius to save my life. I don't know how you knew, but I would have been crushed by that shrine for sure.
You're welcome.
I'm just so happy to be here with you and everyone together again, even if it's just for one more night.
What are you doing with yourself?
Well, it's not like I have to work with all the silver Karen gave me, so I just do what makes me happy. Mostly that means baking for my friends and looking at memes while binging TV shows in yoga pants. What a time to be alive.
Looking at memes. I'm glad you're happy.
Thank you. I really am.
Good to see you.
You too.
Ten też się ma dobrze.
Some soiree, innit?
Keep off the furniture.
Ah, hello at last. You must be the oracle I've heard so much about. I'm Dacius.
Hi, Dacius.
I wanted to express my sincere appreciation for what you did. If it wasn't for you, I'd never been able to sell all those useless old relics I accumulated. Whatever you did in that temple made me a very wealthy man. Thank you.
No need to fame it, was entirely unintended.
Such acerbic wit. I love it.
What are you doing with
I
yourself?
took the money I made from selling my trinkets and started investing in the stock market. That's where the real money is now. In fact, I was hoping to ask your advice, you being the oracle and future seer and all that, on which stocks I should invest in next. I can't
NFT.
decide between fossil fuels, tobacco, gambling and arms. What would you recommend?
I would help you if I could. I can't really see the future, I'm afraid.
Oh, don't be like that. You can tell your old pal.
Wpakuj wszystko w te, w NFT. DVD rentals have a bright future. Broadcast television is going to be the next big thing. Print media is going to make a huge comeback. DVD rentals.
Oh, of course, yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. I'll go home and buy up as much stock as I can tonight. I'm gonna make a bloody fortune.
Mam nadzieję, że nie kupi w Netflixa. I'll be going now.
Don't let me keep you. Thanks again for the tips, my friend.
Netflix na początku się tym zajmował, że właśnie wynajmowali te płyty na odległość. Zamawiałeś, niech ci dostarczali płyty. Oktawia.
Oh, hello. It's lovely to meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Nice to see you, Oktawia.
I'm thankful that you're here. I was sure the person who drove off the last pagan god would have more important things to do than visit the likes of us. But thank you for coming.
Ta jedyna będzie szczęśliwa w tych swoich czasach, bo chrześcijaństwo jest dominującą religią.
Extraordinary, and I'll never forget it.
What are you doing with yourself?
I'm living in Rome again, in a charming little flat by the Tiber. Not far from my old place. Oh, and I'm training to be a crisis counselor. After you sent Galerius to persuade Ulpius not to take his own life, I was inspired. I just want to spend the rest of my life helping people, like you helped him.
It's like a noble cause. Good on you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Good to see you.
Oh, and I hope this isn't too forward, but some of us are going out for a drink after this, if you'd like to join us.
Sounds good. I'm in.
Wonderful. I'll see you soon.
Livia.
Greetings.
Good to see you looking well, Livia.
Thank you for your kind words and for liberating us all. In all the time I was in the underworld, I never once imagined that I might end up in a place so much like Elysium.
What are you doing with yourself?
I'm recovering. Octavia was kind enough to let me stay with her for a while. At least until I'm well enough to be independent again.
Really any good poems?
Ah, you remember that. I'm a little tired of Ovid, but that's all right. I have 2,000 years worth of poetry to catch up on now. I'm already up to the 19th century, and am quite enjoying the work of a fellow named Poe. I think I may have found a kindred spirit. Men have called me mad, but the question is not yet settled whether madness is or is not the loftiest intelligence.
Perhaps you're right. It's good to see you.
And you. Farewell, friend.
Statues of Anubis. Kabash. Kerty. No to jest ten Karon.
It is an honor to finally meet you, Oracle.
Thanks, Kabash.
You know my name? Oh, of course. You are an Oracle. You know many things. I too would like to offer my thanks for releasing us from that place, and for your role in bringing us here. This world is truly wondrous.
What are you doing with yourself?
For a time, I returned to Alexandria, but they have no need of another fisherman, and I came to see there is nothing for me.
Skończyć z milionerem i stwierdzić, że zostanie rybakiem.
To follow the custom of your youths and backpack the world. It is a great adventure, and I have met many people from many cultures. I spent the first 25 years of my life avoiding the 42 sins that would deny me access to the afterlife. Now, I think it is time I had some fun.
Sounds like you earned it.
Indeed. Thank you, Oracle.
Hello there.
Hi, Scintilla.
Oh, I go by Gabriella now. I didn't want to be reminded of that monster every time I heard my own name. After you drove Pluto off, Proserpina came and released me, and that monster got what was coming to him.
So, I'm sorry, I had no
Don't
idea.
worry. Nobody did.
Kurde, bo... I'm sorry, I had no idea. Czy te dialogi się zmieniają w zależności od tego, co ja z nimi porozmawiałem, bo... Ja tak naprawdę nigdy z nimi nie porozmawiałem na tym save'ie, na którym potem poszedłem z bogami gadać. What are you doing with yourself these days?
I'm living with Ulpius on a little vineyard in Umbria. It's even more wonderful than I dreamed it would be. I'm so grateful to you for making sure he's still with us. If you're ever passing through the region, I hope you'll come and visit us. You can try some of our very own wine.
Might just do that.
Thanks. You too.
It's nice to finally put a face to the name. I'm Opius.
Good to see
I
you.
understand I have you to thank for sending Galerius to save my life. The way you just showed up out of the blue and stopped me from making a terrible mistake. I'll be forever in your debt.
What are you doing with
I'm
yourself
living with
these days?
Gabriella in Umbria. We finally bought the little vineyard we always dreamed of. It'll be a little while before we know what we're doing, but every day I look at her and this extraordinary new world with all its beauty and I think, what if I'd given up hope?
Ta Persepona im dała kasę, więc...
Missed out on all of this. So we're living each day to the fullest.
Skończyli szczęśliwi.
Sitting together on our terrace with a glass of our wine, which the locals say is almost drinkable now, and watching the sunset over the rolling hillside. And I couldn't be happier.
I'm glad you're happy.
Thank you. I wouldn't be here without you. You too.
Statue of Kumut Tabal. Ancient Sumerian statue of Kumut Tabal. The bird-headed deity was said to help Death cross Kuber River to the underworld. O, razem są. Rufus i Virgil.
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you too.
I go by Rufus now. New start, new name.
Dużo nie zmienił.
Thanks, by the way, for telling Galerius how to treat my rheumatism. I probably would have lost my mind if it wasn't for that willow bark. Although I think your people have a different name for it. Aspirin, I believe. Thank you. Really. Sorry, I'm no good with the mushy stuff.
What are you doing with yourself?
I live with Virgil in Rotterdam, not far from where he grew up. It's very modern. Destroyed in the war, and it rebuilt itself. Good place for a fresh start. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with my life yet. One adjustment at a time.
It was good to see you.
You too. Look us up next time you're in the Netherlands. We're grateful.
Nergal.
It's so nice to finally meet you. I've heard so much about you. I wanted to thank you personally for getting us out of there. And for helping Rufus come to terms with himself. He may come off a little gruff, but once you get past that, he's a lovely fellow.
What are you doing with
I'm
yourself?
studying to be an architect again, and living with Rufus in our beautiful flat in Rotterdam, just down the river from Nijmegen, where I grew up. Of course, it's improved immensely since I was there last. Gleaming futuristic buildings and clean streets, full of educated, accepting people. You natives of the 21st century have no idea how fortunate you are.
It was good to see you.
As Rufus said in his own laconic way, if you're ever in the Netherlands, we'd love to show you around. It's the least we could do.
I might just take up on that. Reception hall. Greek plaque. O, to są te plakietki wszystkich, które znalazłem. Lamassu. Sumerian plaque. Jakie niebo. Idealnie księżyc się mieści. Latin plaque. Ostatnia osoba? Al.
There you are. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, there's one more person I wanted to introduce you to. I think you know her.
Persepona.
Sorry if I frightened you. Just a little joke I've been saving for a long time.
I recognize that
Allow me
voice.
to introduce myself properly. I am Proserpina, former goddess of the cycle of life and renewal, and now a regular mortal. I wanted to meet you in person, and thank you for freeing all these people, and me. I hate to think what would have happened to us without your intervention.
You were whispering to me all along?
Suffice it to say that while Pluto was controlling the eyes and ears of each golden statue, I was able to control their tongues and whisper to you when he was distracted. I am sorry my messages were so cryptic. There were only ever brief windows in which I could speak to you without being detected.
You did what you could, thank you. You created a time loop?
I may have given up my immortality, but I still retain my gifts as the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. After witnessing Pluto punish countless poor souls over thousands of years, I knew this generation, the final wave, would not survive. So I tried to give them a way to buy more time. A second chance. Rather, as many second chances as they needed to avoid his wrath.
What became of
I don't
Pluto?
know what happened to him. I haven't heard from him, and I rather hope it stays that way.
What became of
Although
Charon?
she inherited dominion over the underworld. Last time we spoke, she was working on a new world of some kind.
A good place.
She wouldn't say what it was, but I'd be surprised if you don't run into her again. I imagine we all will, one day.
It's nice meeting
And
you.
you, although it feels like I've known you forever. Oh, and one last thing. Do you remember all those golden statues scattered throughout the city?
Trudno zapomnieć. Of course.
Good, because they remember you. Well done, my friend. Of all the heroes who ever journeyed to the underworld and returned, none came close to achieving.
Chyba mi się kamera źle ustawiła.
Orpheus, Theseus, and Aeneas would be proud.
Powiem wam widzieć ludzi na dole, ale źle się ustawiłem. Hey, ending of 404. A mam wrażenie, że nie wszystkie dialogi zrobiłem, które mogłem. Bo nie mogę zobaczyć po achievementach, czego nie zrobiłem. Chociaż dostałem achievement, że zebrałem wszystkich, co mogłem tam w tym muzeum. Nie widziałem, jak mi klapują ludzie na dole. Znaczy, jakie achievementy mi zostały? Tak z ciekawości sobie zobaczmy. Sporo mi tego zostało. Use photo mode. Help Galerius Romance Equitia. What? Skip the city tour. Loop through time 10 times. 10 razy muszę zlupować ten. 10 razy skłam. Finish the game without looping through time once. Taki achievement jest. Reach the best ending with the smallest number of loops. I 7 achievementów, których mam nieodkryte, są hidden. Die from hornet stings. Przewróć statuły, kopiąc, wrzucając je kopnięte inne statuły. Free the captive and shoot her captor with your gun. A, to musiałbym mieć tego. Żołnierza, bo musiał mieć, żeby mieć pistolet. Allow Fabia to die in the collapsing temple. Ej, czemu nie mam tego? Jak ona zginie? Powinien mieć za to achievement, nie zaliczyło mi. Trigger the golden rule by stealing five. Czyli to są takie rzeczy, które musiałbym zgrindować, że tak powiem. Intimidate the creator of golden rule. O. Zastraszyć mogę tego boga na końcu. Discover underworld icons. Sisyphus, Tantalos, Ixion and the Belite. No, Syzyfa znalazłem, ale resztę nie wiem, gdzie bym mógł znaleźć. No, ale to są takie już achievementy, które... Aż 15 achievementów nie mam, więc sporo. Ale to takie achievementy, które bym musiał po prostu wziąć i coś zrobić bardzo konkretnego, oprócz innych rzeczy. To mnie ciekawi, jak to się stało, że tego nie mam. Help Galarius Romance Equitia. Może musiałbym ich znaleźć w odpowiednim momencie. Jak stoją może koło siebie, albo jak gadałem, żeby z nimi wtedy pogadać. Kurde, ale fajne to zakończenie było, podobało mi się. Cieszę się, że je zrobiłem, bo ono jest zupełnie inne niż reszta gry i takie pełne nadziei, optymizmu i miłe jest zakończenie. Fajne było, podobało mi się. Naprawdę się cieszę, że zakończyłem, bo kompletnie inne jest zakończenie niż te pierwsze 3, które możesz zrobić. Mimo że jedno z tych trzech, 2 z tych 3 są takie dość satysfakcjonujące.